Hello everyone and welcome to the Mortuary. I am the Mortician. And today I have a post-mortem on the movie Dredd. Man, I don't know what to say about this movie. I love it. I've been waiting to watch this movie probably for a year or more, and I couldn't find it anywhere. No, there was in any of the bargain bins. It wasn't on any of the shelves. And then last night, or I shouldn't say last night, but a couple nights ago, I go to Best Buy and I look through the bargain bin, and there is one copy of this movie. And I had to buy it. I just had to, because I've been waiting so long to watch this. And I could say this was definitely worth the wait. Basically, Dredd is about the comic book anti-hero Judge Dredd. If you don't know what a judge is in this universe, basically a judge in the Judge Dredd universe is kind of different from like the way we look at judges. So basically the judges are like cops that walk around or drive around their cool ass fucking motorcycles and bust bad guys. But the thing that makes them different from cops is that they're judges, jury, and executioner. So basically, if a judge catches you selling drugs, they have the right to basically pick your sentence. So they can basically like bust you and put you in an ISO queue. But if you give resistance, they basically can just shoot you in the face without really anything going wrong. And Dredd is kind of the one that sticks to the books the closest. He's very no bullshit. He doesn't have time for fighting games or whatever. And in this, that's exactly what you get. You get Judge Dredd, man. Basically, if you don't know the story of this one, Judge Dredd basically gets called in. I don't want to say gets called in, but basically he gets a partner who fails like a bunch of the tests that judges are supposed to go through before they can even get that status. But there's a catch. They wouldn't accept just anyone who fails like that. But the thing is, she's a psychic, so she can read people's minds. She knows who's there behind doors, and they actually show this off pretty well by showing her, reading Judge through the one-way glass or the two-way glass to one-way mirror. I can't remember which one those is. Basically, the mirrors that you can look through, but the other person can't see you. But this is pretty awesome because they go and they're gonna. It starts off as them investigating a triple homicide, but when they go into this block, which basically a block is like if you were to take an entire town, and stack it up on each other. That's basically what a block is. It's basically like a huge structure that houses a ass load of people, and they act as if they're their own towns and cities and shit. It's really interesting. Basically, they go to this one called Peach Trees, and they accidentally stumble upon the biggest manufacturer and distributor of this drug called slow-mo. And slow-mo, well, basically, it does exactly what it sounds like. If you take it, everything seems to go in slow motion. They do this pretty cool. When they're on this slow-mo drug, there's actually some really cool use of like special effects. Like there's one point, which it sounds pretty stupid when I'm going to describe it, but this woman basically lifts her hand out of a tub, and it just looks so great because of the way they have the water glistening and whatnot, and just this dreamy thing going on. It's really cool. They use it really sparingly, which I was really happy about, because I don't know if I want to watch a whole movie of basically bullet time, but they use it pretty sparingly, and they use it really interestingly. It's absolutely awesome. It showcases like a whole bunch of stuff. For example, they really got the pistol right, which is something. I mean, I guess you can't really fuck it up. But basically, the judges' pistols, have like different kinds of ammo inside them. So they can have like a high explosive, armor piercing, rapid fire, incendiary, and you actually get to see him use like all of these, which is actually really cool. Because if you have a weapon like that in a movie, you better use all of it if you can. And then they do exactly that, and it just looks great. The shootouts are awesome. There's one really intense shootout at one point in the movie. Basically, the leader of the gang who runs this block peach trees. Her name is Mama. So basically, this is the Mama gang or the Mama cult, and they run the whole block. They run the distributing, they run the manufacturing, they have control of the whole thing. They shut down everything. They do what's called a war defense test, and basically what that does is it basically shuts these huge steel barriers around the building, so no one can get in, no one can get out, and it's used, I believe, to stop, if there happens to be a war that breaks out, you won't be able to get into or destroy the building. So basically they're trapped. These two people, Dredd and the apprentice, or the partner, are trapped in this building. And there's one point where Mama's got this Gatling gun. It looks like a laser Gatling gun. The lighting on this is fucking great. The effects on this, I should say, is just absolutely awesome. But they're spraying down this hallway, there's a whole bunch of like shit coming off the walls. They're going through things. It looks absolutely fucking awesome. And it's just absolutely crazy because they kill so many people, so many innocents. It's ridiculous. And they did just such a good job with the action, because that's what I was worried about, that this wouldn't be as action-packed as it was, but they got a good amount of action. I'm really, really happy with this. It's an absolute... you have to watch this. There's a lot of stuff, once again, it's a post-mortem. I'm just telling you the stuff that I enjoyed about it. It's not really so much a review, but it's just me giving you guys my thoughts. I think you guys should watch this. If you like comic books and you like movies, this is a no-brainer in my opinion. They did so much right that the old one with Sylvester Stallone got wrong. They just did it right. It's really, really, really good, and I definitely recommend it. And it's actually so good that I got my first omnibus. I don't have it yet. I just ordered it, but I ordered a Judge Dredd Year One omnibus, which is the first one I think I bought. I don't think any of these are omnibuses. They're all like graphic novellas, I think it was what they're called. They're basically broken up into volumes. That'll have everything in it. I'm super excited for that, and watch this film. Just trust me, even if you're not a huge comic book fan, you just like action films, this movie's for you. If you like Judge Dredd, this movie's for you. If you like weird, really violent films, this one's for you. It pretty much scratches every itch in this kind of realm, so definitely watch this. Thank you guys for watching. Mortician, peace out.